Hey guys, before I get into the resorts, welcome back by the way. There's two other parks I wanted to mention. There's Animal Kingdom, and there's and there's Hollywood Studios. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't go to those because they're not bad, but they never really interested me that much. The last two times I was there, they really just they weren't very entertaining, as weird as that would say. But like I said, that's strictly my opinion. That I'm just saying that I really can't say much about it because I didn't go to them. But I do recommend that you go to them if you haven't before. Okay. And now I'll get to the resorts now. As you know, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and three resorts in particular are connected by the monorail system. The monorail system is really cool, by the way, and in some ways it hasn't changed. And what I mean by that is, I'll talk about the monorail system here. You still have the computerized voice who says the exact same thing. You know, please stand clear of the doors. And let me tell you, you are reminded to stay clear of the doors at least like 4 or 5 times between one stop. Okay, you'll be reminded of that a lot. So I mean, just be prepared for that. Okay, and now. Back when we stayed there in '94, I think it was, we stayed at the Grand Floridian Resort, and that resort is very nice. You know, it's definitely has the grand look to it, if you want to call it that, and it also has a nice sitting area with with the TV, and well, I mean that was back then. It's probably still there, but you know, it may have gone through a couple of changes over the years. And the rooms are nice, and you know, it's a pretty nice looking hotel. You know, that's all I can really say about it because I was pretty young last time we stayed there. Then you have the Polynesian Resort. The Polynesian Resort, in my opinion, I mean, it's probably nice. I never stayed there, so I couldn't tell you if it is or not. But it just looks, it looks too woody. I don't know. I have no clue how else to say that, but it just doesn't really look the best in my opinion when it comes to looks of hotels. Now the third hotel is my most favorite of all, and that's the Contemporary Resort. Okay, we stayed at the Contemporary Resort in, I think it was '97 or '98, and then the last time in 2002. And I'll tell you why that hotel is my favorite. It has the most floors of the three, of course, and you have the lobby. Then you have I don't know if it's a mezzanine level or if it's like the official second or third floor. Then you have the main area, which is technically the fourth floor, and that's called the Grand Canyon Concourse, and that's because it's basically this huge open area, and you have balconies of each floor of the rooms looking over into it, completely open, and you have a ceiling that goes about like 9 floors up, which I love designs like that. And you have a bunch of stores there. You have there's the famous Chef Mickey's where you could eat. There's this new place called the Contempo Cafe, which is really good. And also the arcade. The arcade there is actually now on the main level. In '02, it was still 1 or 2 floors down, but now it's actually in the main level, which is perfect. That was a smart move by them. And the best feature of all about that hotel is that the monorail goes right through that area. Like, it just goes right through. That is so cool, in my opinion, all right? It's like one of the coolest features that a hotel can have. And it also, like I said, has a huge area. Now, there is something new there compared to the last time I was there. There's also a bridge from that area to the new Bay Lake Tower. The Bay Lake Tower was completed in 2009, I believe, and the Bay Lake Tower is very nice. I actually, when I went to go visit the Contemporary just to walk around a bit and have something to eat, I took the bridge to the Bay Lake Tower, and I actually took the elevator up to the I think it was the 14th or 15th floor, and I just they have a nice big window right there with a bench, and I just sat there, and you had this beautiful view of looking towards Magic Kingdom and everything. It was just a wonderful, wonderful view. And like I said, the Bay Lake Tower is very nice, but I definitely still prefer the Contemporary because of just that open area design and the monorail going through it. It's just so awesome. And I mean, a couple of things I noticed was, like I said, Contempo Cafe is new. Chef Mickey's expanded since the last time I was there. It's definitely bigger. And the Contemporary also has a pool with a nice water slide. In fact, I think the water slide there is better than the one at the Dolphin Resort. And it definitely a fun place for kids. I mean, like I said, you're never too old for water slides, okay? You're never even too old for Disney World. You're never too old for that. And just basically, I think if you bring, and don't forget, the Contemporary is more on the more expensive side. But I mean, if you can afford it and you have kids, go to it. Seriously, stay at the Contemporary. It's, like I said, it's the coolest hotel I've ever been in. And they and like I said, the new stores are good. Probably the only issue I have with the new stores compared to how it used to be in '02 is that the stores take up more space than what used to be there. Not terribly, you can still move around very freely, but it just doesn't. It just kind of takes away some of the space it used to have. But I mean, like I said, it's not really that bad. And like I said, the pool is awesome. It has a couple of fountains on it, just small ones, and it really has a good thing. The Bay Lake Tower also has a fountain and a pool and a water slide. But looking at it, it's pretty much the same as the Contemporary. So there's really not much difference. Like I said, like when I was there in 2002, the Bay Lake Tower didn't exist. There was the Contemporary's North Garden Wing was still there before it was torn down for the Bay Lake Tower. So that's pretty much it with that. And I recommend, and Chef Mickey's also kind of does music special, so to say, if you want to call it that. Once in a while they have, the characters going around, which is nice for kids. I was never really a fan of that, but that's just my opinion. And once in a while they have kind of like a dance song playing every, I don't know, I think it's every half hour or so, and you like wave your napkins in circles as it's going. So I mean, like I said, for kids who are into that, they'll have a great time. Absolutely, definitely recommend it. And there's actually a couple more things I wanted to mention about. Magic Kingdom, and that is I went to that park I think 4 times because I liked it that much. And in particular, as you noticed, I got a couple things. For instance, my shirt right here. As you can stand up a little bit, as you can see, it's a picture of Stitch, and you obviously can't read this because it's inverted horizontally, but it just says more humans in the with the exclamation marks and the question marks. And in fact, I also brought something back with me as kind of a remembrance for it. I actually bought my own Stitch. Look at that. I figured I would just get this, kind of as like a remembrance for being there. And, it's really nice because, like I said, you're never too old for Disney World, so I'm really glad I got this. And it's really, like I said, the stores have a lot, I mean, they're a little bit more pricey, so to say, but I mean, they're definitely worth getting if you want to, for your kid or something, or if you just want to remember being there. So, I mean, overall, I really don't know if there's much else to mention about it. Maybe if I think of something, I can always patch it into the video or something. But beyond that, I really don't know what else to say. I mean, you'll have those links to look at. You'll have actually, no. Hold on a second. What Magic Kingdoms? There's a couple of unfortunate things, so to say. Nothing too serious, but just a couple of things I've noticed. In 2009, Space Mountain had some renovations done, where they got new light effects, I think, new sound effects. I know that for a fact, and they also changed the train cars. And my only problem with that is the People Mover ride goes through Space Mountain, where you get to see some of the inside. And the problem with it is that when they changed the Space Mountain cars, they took off the translucent stripes that were on them. So basically, back on the People Mover ride, you could actually see the Space Mountain train cars going on the tracks, because they have the translucent stripes going through the tracks as you're running along slowly in the People Mover, getting a view of it. Now, nowadays, all you really see is you can kind of make out the set of tracks, because don't forget it's dark in there, and you can see the stars on top. Now, don't get me wrong, that's very nice, but at the same time, I think that just kind of, takes away from the whole overview portion of it for when you're on the People Mover ride. But like I said, the ride, as far as I can tell, people say the ride is faster since those renovations, but if you ask me, I think it's exactly the same, because I remember it being that fast when I first went on it back in the late 90s. So, I mean, I really don't think that has changed much in particular. And Magic Kingdom also used to have cable cars, believe it or not, but those were taken down in the late 90s, I think, because I think a maintenance guy got hurt because he was doing something he wasn't supposed to. But, that's how things work, right? When something happens that's their own fault, the whole thing has to suffer, right? So, such is life. But, like I said, guys, Disney World, whether you're 11 or you're 71, okay, you are never too old for Disney World. It's like it's a wonderful place to go to. If you ever want to go to it, I highly recommend that you do, okay? And that's pretty much it, guys. All right. So, like I said, anything you want to read about, just check out the video description. Okay, you'll have with the links. All right. And that's basically it, guys. All right. So there you have it. And I will see you all later. Take care.